Today we're going to take a look at the physical characteristics of the New World. So before we really get into the physical characteristics, we have to ask ourselves, who really discovered America? Was it the Vikings? Did they come down through present-day Canada into North America? Did they come over by ship? Was it the nomadic herders? Did they come to America through the exposed land bridge called the Bering Strait? Was it Christopher Columbus? Did he find America when he was on his way to discover a new route to India? Or as more recent evidence is showing, was it the Chinese? So some key terms to keep in mind today as we're going through today's lesson. First, colony. Colony is a body of people living in a new territory with similar interests or beliefs. So when you think about colony, think about those pilgrims that first came to America that you've learned about before. They all had similar interests. They were all in a new territory, so that makes it a colony. The other one that students will oftentimes get confused with is colonization. Colonization is simply the act of establishing a colony. So what we've learned about Christopher Columbus may not be entirely accurate. So remember, as we've been talking about in this class, that you have to look at all of the evidence. So when we look at more and more evidence, we start to understand that maybe this was just one historian's point of view. So what I want you to do is I want you to read the New World in your reading packet and complete the applying what you learned in your notes. Go ahead and push pause and complete this activity. When you finish this activity, push play. Okay. So now that we've read that, after hearing Columbus's news on the New World and deciding to establish colonies, colonists from Europe confronted the question, where do we settle? Do they go where Columbus was with all the Native Americans? Do they go to other lands further up the coast? These are questions that had to be settled. So before we get into doing this examination, we want to look at the community surrounding the school. This is an example of a region. So when you think about it, how is it an example of a region? What makes the area around Windsor Mill Middle School a region different from Catonsville Middle School? Just in our area, we have deer and rabbits all over the place. We have heavy rain in the fall and in the spring. We have hot, dry summers. We have trees, rivers, and streams. What we see here, do you see the same thing, for example, say in Florida, in Miami? So if you have a school in Miami, do they have these same characteristics in their region? No, they don't. That's what makes this a region, because we have these characteristics. So, all of these make up the geographic characteristics of a region. You've heard about the great opportunities in the New World. King James has given you permission to start a colony in the New World. You now need to select the best region to start your new colony. To make the best selection, you will need to look at the physical geography of the New World. So this is the activity that we're going to complete today.